Boy says, Mom, where are you going? Man says, hey woman, hurry up, let's go. Mom says, my child is very small. I can't leave him alone. Man angrily says, okay, then decide. Do you want him or me? Mom says, fine, I choose you. Boy says, no, Mama, please don't leave me alone. Mom says, let me go. Then she says, you have to be brave. You want to become a man, right? From now on, you'll stay alone because I am going to live with my lover. Boy says, no, Mama, I need you. Mom says, I don't need you. I will come sometimes to see you. I'm not leaving you on the street. Then the mom leaves the boy alone and goes with that man. Boy comes to school. Good morning, miss. Can I come in? Madam says, what kind of time is this to come to school? Boy says, my mom. Madam says, nothing about your mom. And on top of that, you are dirty. I won't let you come in. Sit outside so that you learn to wake up early in the morning. Boy in his heart says, I wish she knew that my mom has left me. Boy comes back home and says, Mom, you came back? Mom with hatred says, don't hug uselessly. Why didn't the teacher let you in today? Boy says, my uniform was dirty. They scolded me. And water's also cut. Mom says, what's my fault in that? If water's cut, then go wash in the river. Boy says, there's no soap there. Mom says, you only complain? Be quiet. Boy says, Mama, did you bring something to eat? Mom says, make it yourself. I'm going to meet my lover. Boy says, take me with you. Mom says, no, we are happy without you. Then the mom goes to her lover and the boy goes inside, takes his uniform and goes to the river. Boy cries, remembers his dead father, and while washing his clothes, shares his pain with himself. Meanwhile, mom is eating, but remembers her son. Man says, what is this? Why aren't you eating? Is there something wrong with the chicken? Mom says, we are eating, but what about my son? Man angrily says, you should forget that child. Mom says, but he is my son. Man says, if you want to see him, then break relation with me. Mom says, no, you are everything to me. Man says, then forget the child. I don't want people to think you have a child. After the man finishes eating, the woman separates some food for her son. Man says, what is this for? Mom says, this is for my son. Man angrily says, give this food to the dog, but not to the child. Then the man throws all the food on the floor and starts stomping on it. Then he grabs the woman by the hair. Woman says, let go, it hurts. Man says, maybe this way you'll learn. Now go, wash the dishes. The boy who was left behind, one day he will surprise everyone. Wait for part 2. Till then, don't forget to subscribe the channel.